Alright, what's up dudes? So we're back. Um so this is a map that I'll be covering in more detail. Because I did actually view this one in person, but I kind of came across something that I haven't seen talked about on YouTube or actually anywhere on the internet. I searched far and wide to try to find any information on this theory, and it seems like can't find anything about this. So let's dive in. So I found this map of the Holy Land. You can see Ephraim and all this. And I noticed when I'm looking at Lacus Asphaltitis that there were these weird islands on fire in the middle. These 4 or 5 islands on fire with like little big old cities on there. And I thought that was weird because there's no islands in the Dead Sea. So if we go to the Dead Sea today, you can see there's no islands there. We'll come back to that. So that kind of led me into looking at other old maps from that I could find of this area. And look at it, we find another one, Lacus Asphaltitis. And this is from the 1500s, 1600s, from Amsterdam. And we have Adama, Zeboim, Gomorrah, and Sodoma, which is weird because I'll even Google it for you. So we pull up the Dead Sea, and let's see where these islands are. You see there's no islands here today. None. So this orientation is obviously different, but still, we'd expect to see islands here. Now, the closest thing we get to an actual island is like this, which could have been an island at some point, but is now not. So I thought that was kind of weird. So I looked closer into this, and this is another map that I'm making a video on of like the Genesis and stuff. But if we zoom in here, oh wait, where am I? Oh, here we go. So we go over here, Dead Sea, Asphaltitis, Salt, Sodoma, Gomorrah, Zeboim, and Adama. And that's all in the Dead Sea, 4 islands, right? Weird. So then that led me to another map that I'm doing on of Genesis with some weird UFOs in the Garden of Eden and the unicorn. And what do we see? Sodoma, Gomorrah, Zeboim, and Adama. Very strange. And here's just another one by Claire, just to drive the point home. We have another one, Zeboim, Gomorrah, Adama, and Sodoma. So my theory is that these were islands, that Sodom and Gomorrah were islands, and that they got destroyed in a cataclysm. And I think upon my research, so this is what the pillars of salt look like. It's supposed to be Lot's wife, but I think that this is a metaphor for a volcanic eruption. Because if you look up like what fire and brimstone is, it's fire and sulfur. And where does sulfur come from? But volcanoes. And it would explain why the Dead Sea is so potent. But yeah, so all this stuff about becoming a pillar of salt. So I'm just going to read you the book of Genesis and Sodom and Gomorrah. So 2 angels in Sodom, and Lot was sitting at the gateway of the city. Which kind of looks like maybe this gateway. He saw them, bowed down to the face of the ground. My lords, he said, please turn your servant's house, you can wash your feet. No. Insisted, baking bread, both men at home. He had sex with them. Okay. Friends, don't do this wicked thing. I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man, and let me bring it up. So maybe the daughters, the 2 men and the 2 daughters, are a metaphor for these 4 islands. But the men reached out, pulled Lot back into the house, shut the door. And then 2 lads said, do you have anyone else here, sons, friends? Going to destroy this place. So Lot went on his sons, placed to marry his daughters. About to destroy the city. I thought he was joking. Hurry, take your wife, your 2 daughters, or you will be swept away when the city is coming. So now, maybe there's some type of warning sign for volcanoes, volcanic eruption. Maybe there's an earthquake or something. But even stuff like this, and Zeboim, kind of similar. So that he overthrew the entire city, entire plain, destroying all the cities and vegetation and land. I mean, looks just like this. Looks dead as fuck. God destroyed the cities. He remembered Abraham, brought Lot out of the catastrophe. So I mean, maybe it's like he's sparing. Like Israel got spared. Jerusalem is spared because if it was only affected along the Dead Sea, this would like be all right. And then I looked up, so like I found this article published on my birthday, and all these videos don't work. Fire and Brimstone, Sulfur, and everybody seems to place them here. You see that? Gomorrah here, Sodom here, Zor here. It seems weird because on all the ancient maps, they're in the middle of the Dead Sea. Like all these people are totally clueless that in the 1500s people knew that these were in the middle of the Dead Sea. But we still see some great examples of, it looks like petrified buildings, ziggurats and stuff, which looks very similar to Grand Canyon. And so it seems like even scientists are looking in the wrong place. If these were islands and they're putting them on mainland, then I don't know. I can't be the only one who's thought this. But yeah, so here's the fault line that runs along the Dead Sea. So definitely brings credence to the fact that there was like some type of earthquake or volcanic eruption that caused this event and swept away these cities, these islands into the wasteland. So just a cool little video, y'all. Let me know if you think this theory's trash or whatever, because I don't know. This was just something I came across while making another video about the Holy Land and Book of Genesis maps. So kind of weird. I didn't really expect to be going down this rabbit hole. But if you guys have anything about Sodom and Gomorrah being islands, let me know, because I'll Google it for you. There's nothing about it. Where is Sodom? Nobody knows. Nothing about islands. Look at that. Not a single thing. So maybe I'm the first one. I don't know. See you guys.